What's up everybody, it's Oki here. Today I'm going to be installing the Kuryakyn Switchblade Foot pegs for my Indian Scout bobber. Coming up. There's one thing I need to mention before we start the install. You need to buy the tapered adapters. If you do not get these tapered adapters, then you cannot complete the install. So I've got everything laid out on the table. This is everything I'm going to need to install it on the Scout bobber. As you can see here, there's a set of cutters, some needle nose pliers to pull that Indian spring off of the pin, and then of course you got the spleen adapter. It's shims, and then you got the snap rings right here. And go ahead and get yourself a pair of snap ring pliers if you don't have some, because it will make the installation a breeze if you get one of these. A little bit more difficult if you don't have one of these to try to get that snap ring on. Of course we have the hex wrench, and then we have the actual foot peg. The heel rest is not deployed on this, so that's what it looks like. And then here's the foot peg right here with the heel rest deployed. So we're going to go ahead and get this installed. Well, Indian does not use snap rings. They actually use a coiled ring right here, so there's no way to use a tool to get that thing off. You can either cut that and pull it off, or you can use a very tiny small screwdriver, kind of like the ones that you use to fix sunglasses or eyeglasses. And then once you get a little piece that you can grab, then you can pull on it and it should uncoil and come right off. This is a close-up view of the coiled retainer ring that I was speaking about. You can see that tiny little gap right there. That's the end of the coil. You could probably stick a tiny tool in there and pry it out, or you can just go ahead and cut it. I'm getting ready to find out which one is easiest, so stay tuned. Taking this coil off the foot peg is a pain in the butt. So I'm going to tell you the easy way to do it. This is a close-up view of the coiled ring, and the easiest way that I got this thing off is that I used two flathead screwdrivers, and these are the micro screwdrivers from an eyeglass repair set. And what I did was I took that flathead, or each flathead, and I put it on the end of the coil in opposite directions, and I gave it a good hard shove. And when I did, one end of the coil popped right off, and I was able to grab it with the needle nose pliers and just pull it right off. These are the little screwdrivers that I was talking about. What you do is you put it opposite direction of each other, put them on the end of the coils, and then give it a good hard shove. And once you do that, one of the coils will come off of the pin, then you can just grab it and pull it right off. We're going to remove this retaining pin from the mount, and we're going to remove the existing foot peg. Save the retainer pin, we're going to be using that later. Now we're going to deploy the heel rest so that we can get to this screw right here. And we're going to loosely mount that spleened adapter. Just like that. When I attempted to put this spleened adapter into the mount, there's just a tiny bit of space right there. So I'm going to have to use this supplied shim, and we're going to put it right here. I have the Kuryakyn foot peg mounted. You can see that the heel rest is deployed. You can also put it in. I don't have this tightened yet because I don't have the angle that I want, but once I do get the angle I want, then I'll tighten it down. Whenever I attach this to the bike, when I attached the spleen mount, there was a little bit of play in there, so I had to put the shim in. And this is the shim that they supplied. Make sure that when you put it in, that this flat side here goes towards the bike, because if you don't, and you put it in this way, this corner is going to stick out of this round edge. Give the snap ring a little squeeze, tighten it up, and then we should be good. All right, y'all, and that is the install of the Kuryakyn Switchblade Foot pegs on the Indian Scout Bobber. I think they look pretty sharp. You can see them right there. And as always, stay safe, stay true to yourself, and live your best life. You, live your best life. See you later.